Okay, guys, I'm back, Peter van der Spuy, and I've got Mikey K back with me again. The subject matter is going to be really interesting.
This one's the highlight.
Yeah, really, really interesting. And
don't forget your cans. Don't forget your cans.
You know, there we go. You know, never rush a racehorse. So, we've got quite a change to the format of our program. Well, the format is going to be roughly the same, but we've got a whole new subject matter. Mikey, he didn't want to miss this one, and I didn't want to miss it either.
I flew all the way here first class for this little baby.
We're going to dive into a very interesting subject. What would you call it?
We've done a few of these podcasts now, and it's awesome. And it's cars, and it's jets, and it's aviation, it's fuel.
Extreme sport, adventure, all the
yeah. And we were
epic shit.
We were having a beer the other night, and you were like, Mikey, I've got an idea. Female DJs. I'm like, genius. Absolutely genius. And then you went on to tell me about this insanely awesome human. Is this the first guest? And you're like, yeah, what do you think? I'm like, let's go. So who is it?
So we have a top international DJ from Germany. She's got accolades. She's played almost every single club that I can think of.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of clubs.
From Germany to Europe, the whole of Europe, all these exotic islands, Ibiza, I think, as well.
Wales.
And of course,
Wales. No, not Wales yet.
She was bred when she started a DJ career. She started in Cape Town, if I recall. And so we want to get into the subject matter of what makes a good DJ, first of all, and then what makes a good DJ that gets all the gigs from the guys. And these women are coming in now, and they are cleaning up with the gigs. I mean, Mika has just taken over. I mean, I personally think she's one of the most remarkable DJs in the world. I mean, I've seen a few.
She's blushing. She's blushing right now.
Hi.
And so, welcome Mika Henning, all the way from Germany, and comes down to our beautiful Cape Town city every year for a couple of months. And literally, when we all look forward to you arriving here always, because I mean your music is just phenomenal, and I'm going to dig into how you actually prepare for a session, etc. So maybe Mika, you can just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background, where you started, and what got you into this DJ world.
Well, obviously my name, Mika Henning.
Yeah.
I'm from Hamburg, Germany. I started about...
Put a little bit more positive in that mic. Either talk a little loud or put it a bit loud, closer to your mouth.
I started about 10 years ago, but really out of a passion, very naive, as I think I told you guys before.
We've never spoken before. What are you talking about?
Before.
This is the first time.
That's the first time.
But I think you had a modeling background.
I had also, but I did production. I was a producer and casting director for many years. I lived in Miami 7 years, and I came back to Hamburg, and I worked as a producer and casting director. And when this stopped, I started with the music. But I always was very passionate with the music. I wanted to do it since I can think, but it was never the right timing. And then when I have done all my jobs and my career, I said, that's it. Now I start with what I really like, and this is the music. So I gave it a chance, but very naive, not thinking about anything, not going anywhere, just playing maybe on a couple of birthday parties or whatever, and it just started. And it went off from there. So we come to this later, you can ask me.
So that was 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago, yeah.
Do you remember your first gig?
I remember my first gig very well, yes.
I want to know how you were feeling, what was your set, where was it, Who was the audience?
Yeah, it was after work club in Hamburg, and an event guy that actually was like this. So I started to play, put my list together and my laptop. I had a little software, DJ Pro or something was called, and I asked the guy, was a friend of mine, and he had a restaurant close to my house, and I went to his bar downstairs, which was not used, and I said, can I, put my laptop and play a little bit so I hear the music loud, in a big room and not only on headphones or speakers. And he said, yeah, do it. So I went there and played with my little software 4 hours, just got, drifting away with the music. And he was listening, I guess, because 2 weeks later he asked me, I want to do an after-work club session, and I want to do it with you. And I had no clue how to work all the technical part, the controllers and stuff. And I said, okay, this is the chance. I want to do it, I don't want to do it. And I said, I'll do it. So I was playing, and there was a supporting DJ who was already well known in the industry, and he didn't know I'm playing. And the event manager, stopped him in front of the door and said, listen, there's another girl playing tonight. And he was like, oh shit, another Paris Hilton or whatever. girl,
Yeah.
And yeah, so I started, and throughout the night, halfway through, he said, well, let's meet and keep this date free for us and blah, blah, blah. I have some plans with you. I was like, okay, we'll do. So this is how it started. So it went very well. All my friends came, and it was very successful that night. And then
This was your first night?
That was my first night, yeah. And then I had meetings with him, and he booked me then in one of the best clubs in Hamburg. It was my third gig, I think. So,
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
the funny
amazing.
story is, like I said, I started very naive. Thank God I didn't compare myself with any big DJs, or I didn't follow any DJs by then.
I think that's probably a secret
Yeah.
that you've got, because
That was the secret, I think.
you're
Because
not-
otherwise you're
you're
scared
not trying
away.
to emulate any other DJ.
Exactly. I just did what I felt, and I chose the music that I wanted, and it just was the right music, I guess, for the people, because they really liked it. And so I played at this club, and with my little controller, and I played with the Wi-Fi. So they let me play with Wi-Fi, which now, later I thought, what the fuck? How they even allow me to come in there with my little, I put it on the big controllers. And but also this went off, and the people loved it and danced. And I mean, this is all that counts in the end,
Were you
that
surprised?
the audience...
Were you surprised at the audience reaction?
No, I was not surprised because I thought the music is great, of course,
Yeah.
It started a little bit late, so I had, of course, a little bit earlier set. After me was a DJ from Ibiza, so it was a big party actually. And there was a soccer game at that day, and then it was an extension for the soccer game. So people still watching TV, so they came. So the last half an hour was like packed and full, but it could have been full before, but because of the soccer game, it was a little bit unlucky. But anyway, that was only the third gig, so then, from there on, it started to evolve in a way,
Yeah, I've been following it since day one, because I was around in the beginning, and Matteo, your other half, always say, come, Mika's playing here, Mika's playing there, and
so that's so you want to, because you said I started, it's not quite right that I started in Cape Town. I started in Hamburg, but I took off in Cape Town, I think, because I started 2015, and then I came 2016, I came to Cape Town, and there was this place called No Name Bar. I think you remember this?
Yeah,
from
Justin, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It was amazing. All the European crowd, beautiful people, all mixed together, locals, Europeans.
But it was quite
models.
small,
It was
boutique-y.
small, but amazing. Like everybody wanted to go, everybody was there. And
Good vibe.
Exactly. I think they opened in 2016. I was there with some girlfriends and just started to play around with my software, but had no clue how it works. Actually, I put a button and I'm like, oh, nothing comes out of my headphones anymore. Shit, what did I do? I didn't know what to do. What I'd done, so I met Justin that night, and I said, oh, by the way, I'm a DJ. Oh, you can play. I'm like, oh, maybe not, because I'm like not ready yet. So that was 16 and 17. I came back and I went somewhere in Camps Bay to a pool. I don't know, there was a very famous pool where you could always hang out. And I met him again. I said, hey, by the way, you remember me? I'm Mika. Now I am a DJ, because then I was ready, you know? He's like, yeah, you come play at my place on a Tuesday night. Check me out.
Yeah.
Because Tuesday was empty, you know?
Yeah.
So Thursday was the hot night. And I said, okay, great. So I did. Was empty, but it was a couple of people that loved it. Everybody came that loved it, and that's also where I met my better half, like you say. The first time he came with friends to support, and then pretending he knows everything about BPM and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
This is the really handsome Italian guy.
That's
The
a
Italian
really handsome
stallion.
Italian
The
guy.
Italian
It's a
stallion.
Italian stallion.
From
exactly.
Venice.
From
The
Venice,
Italian
exactly.
stallion from Venice.
Yep.
Stole your
Exactly.
heart.
I don't think Mika needs to be reminded.
So so this went well, I guess. And then from then on, I was always the main DJs on a Thursday night. And this was stunning. It was crazy. I don't know if you've been there, Peter, because you are from here, from the No Name Bar on a Thursday. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there are a lot of people hear you, and then they book you in the house parties and so on and so on. And then I was playing on a New Year's Eve, and I said, finally, I can play because I come from melodic house and techno. This is my genre that I love, and that's really making something different with me, which nowadays, of course, but we come to that later, you have to be a little bit more wide in your range, like in your genre and your range. So to get more jobs, So if you only do one thing, you can, but it's better to open up a little bit. Also, the music changes all the time,
Yeah.
So, but I could play very hard, like techno stuff, melodic house techno, and people loved it. And there was some guys from London who were there, and they said, Mika, we want you to play tomorrow, the 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
Again in our house. We pay you whatever you want. I'm like, really? All right. I'm like,
You have my attention.
I came up with something. I was amazed. And then you get this rant, there's always so much. I said, okay, I don't remember what I charged. But I went to play there again. And I'm actually known for not playing always very low music, so it was very loud. And the police stopped us at one point, and we had to stop the whole party. And the very funny point is the guys got kicked out of the house next day. They had to leave the house. They rented the house, but because, the neighbors complained, and then Anyway, there was just a little story to that. But
were you still playing when they were getting kicked out the house?
No. I played maybe an hour and a half, and I took my money. Bye, guys. Ciao. No, it was a pity, because I enjoy, I don't do it for the fame, for the money or something. I really do it for the passion, and because I like to play. So, and if you get a nice feedback from your crowd, you can play forever,
But I mean, that's I followed your career, as I said, from the beginning, and a lot of the times that Matteo invited me, I didn't go. And then finally I went, and I think it was the No Name Bar, and I'm like, what? I've been around and listened to all the DJs, and damn, your music is good. And then I went to a few, private house parties where you were DJing. Some of the wealthy Clifton and Fresno homes down this side that have the really big private parties. And I was just absolutely stunned at your taste in music. Now, of course, that means that I've also got very good taste in music, I like to wake up in.
I'm looking to Mika for inspiration right now.
Left, but
of course he has, of course.
But not only that, I mean, your whole stage presence, what I found to be very unique. You weren't trying to make a show. You were actually you were just playing your music in your vein. And in those days, which you're talking 8 years ago, female DJs were still always put on the back burner. It's a very male-dominated
It still is.
industry.
Yeah.
Is it still?
Yeah.
But I found that a lot of females, girls
stronger,
are coming
Yeah.
very strong.
Yeah.
And I think their taste in music is also incredible. I don't know, there's just something different. I mean, I just now went to Cabo on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We
Not to forget,
we went to
my friend,
Thank you.
Mikey.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know Mika then. I'm gutted. Just like
Yeah.
days ago.
And then there was this girl called Miss Monique.
See.
And I was floating around, but I wanted to just go and see her because I'm always, intrigued by the amount of females, because I've been to quite a few gigs and parties over the last few years where it's all female DJs. And I mean, one common point was that they were all very good looking. Now, I think that is or does give you guys a bit of an edge. Because, I mean, you go to a club, it's normally 80% men, maybe 70%. And I think, even myself, I mean, I like to go to a club and see an amazing, good-looking, hot, sexy DJ up there on the stand
But
and
it's
playing good
that's,
music.
That's one point. That's easier for men. They can look whatever, play good music, and they become famous. It's not. But a woman has to have the look, has to have this and that, and everything. The age, right? Boom, boom, boom. So it's much more complicated, I think, for a woman to succeed in this world as well. Today, when I was getting ready, I'm like, God, I wish I would be a man sometimes, the dress and this and look. They put a T-shirt, short, ciao. A woman always have to think what they wear, what they put, how does the hair look, and this and that.
But I can tell you there's a lot of really bad DJs out there as well.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, damn.
No
Just tough music, they... And the preparation. Now, of course, I could experience your preparation. I never knew how they prepare for each gig. I always thought they'd have
the main part of being a DJ is the preparation.
It's the preparation.
Talk us through a little bit of because I'm very naive when it comes to how much effort you would put into a set. But just give us a sort of a sense of...
Well, what do you think where the music comes from? You have to... So I think the main part and the most hours you spend in creating...
Thanks, matey.
Music and creating... new sounds in creating your playlist or your set, that takes so much effort and time if you do it well. And for me, I always prepare myself for each gig. I mean, this is me. I know some people.
Well, this is what I learned with watching you over here. You 2 days before the time, you're already preparing.
No, I am. Yeah.
And
not 2 days. Long time before. Usually 2 days I should be done, and then one day I don't want to hear anything, and then
it'll be closed doors, and you downloading, you mixing,
hours and hours.
And that fascinated me, and that's what made me think that the run-of-the-mill DJs out there are recording a set on a memory stick, sticking it in there and tune a little bit here and a little bit there. Yeah. The preparation that I saw that you're doing, because I went to many of your gigs and every gig was different.
Yeah, I never played the same music. That's
that is an art.
Where does that music come from? Like, I know this sounds so trite, and forgive me, but like,
it's a damn good question.
I'll be in a club, or I'll literally maybe be in the gym, and I'll hear a tune, I'll Shazam it straight away, and it'll go straight onto my playlist. Like, that's obviously doesn't even pale into comparison of what you do. But where do you hear something, like, where do you kind of then figure out how that goes with the next tune? Like, how does that work?
Okay, well, first of all, you choose songs that you like from different kind of sources, like Spotify or SoundCloud, or even on Instagram when you hear something, or you go out, or Beatport. There's so many different sources where you can look for the music.
Who makes that music? Or, these sources.
DJs.
Okay, so these are
it's
DJs that have played
producers, like like us.
And then they
we make the
publish
music, and
it?
then they put it on. Yeah.
And then do you
and
buy
then they
it?
go.
Or?
Yeah, you have to buy it exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you download it. You know, in a high resolution. You cannot just download it from YouTube or something. It's not good enough. You know, it needs a certain.
So it's an official like
cable.
website.
Yeah, there's more than one, of course, where you can download music.
Yeah.
There's
But
many.
we download the high resolution music.
Yeah, but there's more than one. But you can from iTunes or Amazon or, like I said, Beatport in our techno, genre.
And there are, I'm assuming there are like music producers where you hear a certain type of music, you love it, and then you'll probably
And
go,
then you follow,
and then you'll go back, and
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But also Spotify is very helpful for me, I must say, because they give you a weekly list, and they recognize what kind of style you like because you put it in a folder algorithm, and then they each week you get a new list, and then you can listen through it. That's what I do every Monday. I have to listen. Do I like? So, and
how many hours? How many hours on a Monday are you doing that for?
Not necessarily on a Monday. I do when I walk a lot. I do jogging or walking, like speed walking, or and then I listen and I work and I listen to the music. And when I like it, I save it. I put it. Thank you so much.
We have an amazing guy behind the scenes here who's delivering everyone with alcohol.
Cheers, guys.
Some say.
Simon Borchardt, legend.
Very nice. So then it goes there first, but this is only the first time I hear it. Then I listen a couple of times until I say, okay, this really ends up in my playlist. Even then, when I do my playlist, I say, doesn't fit. Then you have to order them by key. Key is very important. It's the harmony of the song. It's if the keys don't match, it can sound very awkward sometimes.
When you're transitioning from one to the other.
Exactly, for the transitioning. So that's for me, very, very important that I always do that. I always do by keys. Speed you can adjust as you want, but you cannot, but only, like I said, 4 BPM. If it's a very fast song and you want to have it very slow, can also sound
4 BPM.
very awkward.
Is that beats per minute?
Yeah, beats per minute.
Oh,
yeah.
in difference.
In difference,
Okay.
yeah. If it's like you say, it's a track and it's recorded in 120 BPM. You can match. You can speed it up to 124 or down to 116 or something. But also I do more or less sometimes more, but you shouldn't. So if you really want to make it perfect,
But this is like when you said like your third gig was a massive club in Hamburg.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't do it. I didn't know it.
But at what point you were like, there's a key thing here that I should figure out?
I think it's maybe your ear, because I didn't do anything like that. I didn't know where to come in, where to go out. I had no clue. That was much later when I really started to get to know all the technique. I had a coach. I even went to a coach, which was so helpful because he explained me really how to get in a song, where in the drop and this and that and that. So I had no clue before, but it worked. But you could see the difference because people came to me after a year or two when I had my lessons. I said, oh my God, you play on a different level now. I said, really? So they realize, so it sounds completely different, I think. But before, like I said, the audience is happy if they have good music. The most important is the choice of the tracks, I think.
But music is so subjective, right?
It's very subjective.
And it's like, how do you cater to not just an audience that is probably ridiculously diverse, but also every single one of those members of the audience probably have a different definition of what they would call good music? Okay,
so that was my biggest goal from day one when I started. I said, okay, do you want to become a DJ that plays all genres and everything? No, that I never wanted to become that. I always want to say, okay, I go one direction, melodic house and techno. And I wanted to be known for that.
I thought you meant Harry Styles then for a second.
Yeah, in a house remix maybe, techno remix, perfect, No, but that's very important, I think, when you start and you want to go somewhere and you want to be acknowledged in a way, you have to choose a direction.
And
Because
become known for that.
to become known for that.
Yeah.
Because if you become known for I do everything, you don't become known. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not an all-rounder, let's say. And there's no offense or something. They're perfect and they do a great job, but I never wanted to be like that. So I chose and I played that. And sometimes people didn't like it. I said, fuck it. And this one person that liked it booked me again on another job. And that was the most important thing for me, you know? And like this, you become something, because otherwise you're just one that always does what everybody wants, and I didn't want to become like this, so that was very clear for me. But also then by the time the people knew my style and they booked me for that style, that's also very important.
Yeah.
Or you know where you're going. If I play on a private event, all DJs play on a private event because you make good money, you have to. But that's a challenge, because there you have, like you say, the
broad spectrum, yeah.
Exactly. But still, then I always stick to my rules, to my music, and if they come and I want to hear, say no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what
I'm
I like
nice,
about you. I mean,
but,
I've seen you.
I don't do it because
I've seen her turn down gigs. Sorry, I play that type of music. You want me to play what? Pretty Belinda, Bad Moon Rising?
yeah, but because
Wedding
then
music? No.
I tell you because
I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not doing it.
You're out of your concept. It
Yeah.
actually hurts me, and then I'm
Yeah.
not good anymore. You know, you're an artist, and we're sensitive creatures. We are. It's very sensitive. Otherwise, you couldn't do this. You know, because
But maybe, do you think that's what makes you or females such good DJs? Because I've been so impressed by
I think
the music that a lot of the girls that I've witnessed are playing. They're like right there on the top of the game, and they've got amazing taste. I'm trying to figure out what makes
we're more
a good.
melodic, maybe. That's especially women love it.
So how would you
I
define
always-
melodic?
Melodic, there's a melody in it. It's not very monotone. Even when I
Yeah,
play harder, it's never monotone. There's always something happening in the song, some melody or some.
Yeah, I actually love it when there's a voice in it.
Voice
Especially a
sometimes, not
female
always.
voice, yeah.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah.
I think maybe we have more the feeling for that. I don't know. Maybe it's that for the melody. I think that people enjoy more. You know, they're not so always driven by monotone, always the same beat, boom, 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 boom. You know, whatever. Yeah, there's a break.
I want to know a little
I'm
bit
not
about
saying everybody's like that, but I think women maybe have a special feeling more.
for
that,
sure, they got a
I
special
think.
feeling. I mean, and we normally have a special feeling for you as well. You know, I mean, you know what's nice to see Mika Henning up there on the stage. Always good vibe. Always you have an amazing vibe with the people as well, and you know, plus of course you know with your modeling looks and but you don't really dress up in general like the run-of-the-mill female DJs I'm talking about. I mean, I've seen them, you know, barely clothes on, half naked, strappy, very sexy.
Are you sure you're not just talking about you, Pete?
Well,
The last time you were playing music, I seem to think that
no, the last time I had straps and whips in my hand, yeah.
too much.
No.
Too much. I want to go back and talk about inspiration. Carl Cox, Kevin Saunders, Tiesto. Do you get any of your inspiration from knowing that music back in the day to now, or is it just worlds apart? Is it just completely different to what people love then to what people love now?
You mean 10 years ago to now, or
No,
yeah, you mean
Carl Cox.
yeah.
Yes, we're going back like 30 years ago. I mean,
Yeah, and they're still there.
yeah.
And they're still there because that, like I said, the music will change always. You know, they always change, and you go with the flow. You have to. You can stay true to yourself, but you have to change a little bit. You know, now it's all the songs from the 80s or 90s in a house version or techno version, and people love it. So you can't say completely no, then you're out. You know, so you have to go with it. I think nowadays, you know, or always, and that's what also Carl Cox and they did the same, but they stayed truthful to themselves. It's still Carl Cox. I don't know, but Carl Cox can play anything. You know, for me, he doesn't stand for any kind of genre because he can really play anything. Tiesto has a very, you know, known sound, I think, which I love. But also them, they go now and they put a known song in it and they make a nice remix out of it, for example, you know. So, and that's what people like nowadays. And there's lots other, you know, Afro House was famous many years back, then not, and now it's famous again. Let's see how long. I mean, it's like always goes like
What makes a good
changes.
What makes a good, like, if you think back to the 80s, there are so many incredible tunes back from the 80s. Not just tunes,
Tunes.
like you just go back to ABBA or
ABBA,
Aha or
I love them all.
Wham, or
But that's
I mean,
how
like,
I grew up. I grew up with all
Yeah.
this
but
music.
what makes a good song back then now remixable? Like
Everything.
really, there's no boundary.
There's no boundary. If
So do
find
you
the right-
actually? So you take a song, a guy makes music, he puts it on one of these downloadable sites. He gets money from it because a lot of people will buy the track. I guess that's their way of making money.
Yeah.
Then
It's by the stream and by streaming, but you need
Yeah.
a lot of streams to make money. Yeah.
And then you got to always be producing in your studio. These people, they're going to be producing all this music, putting it out there, thinking what the people are going to like, and then you buy the music. Now, then you mix that music.
Yeah, I try to mix at
Or do you
least
play it as
2
it
or
is?
3 songs you can always mix and match together and let them run for a while together. And so you create a completely new song.
Yeah.
2 songs.
So, man, that's my
Or 3.
question. Do you
Yeah.
take that
Yeah,
and put it
yeah.
on the same website, and can you sell it?
No. Well, then you have to release it. It's not that you can if you just added something, you have to release it properly with a label or something. You can't just, it takes 4 weeks or
Have you done
longer.
that? Have you
Yeah, I've
released?
done that, yeah.
So you release it, and then people can buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a good revenue stream?
You have to do this if you want to become
A little bit. Yeah.
big. You have to produce constantly, which
Yeah.
is not my favorite, but you have to do it because it takes really all your time. And I prefer to be out there and play and prepare my sets, which also takes almost so much time, you know. So then finding the time to also produce, you have to, like I said, if you want to become really, really, really big, but it's a challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
So I want to know what, if we get down to the nitty-gritties, is it very competitive?
Very.
So-
Becoming more and more.
Because it seems to be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry's now trying to become a DJ, and the girls seem to have a little bit of an edge there because, they're really good looking and they dress up sexily and they seem to get the gigs, but then also when you're playing, what time you're playing, where they put you first, last, at the end, when is the busiest time,
Yeah.
and so you got to like fight for that slot.
True.
Now you arrive, you've just been booked.
I never
for a gig.
fight for anything. I think
Yeah,
there's,
you just fall
there's-
in, and
I fall in, and there's space for everybody. I always think, and
Yeah.
I was never this. I never had the thought of being compatible.
But I think that's what makes you very popular.
Yeah, it's. I don't see the point. Then it's so tough on you if you always think you have to be better than this and that. I'm me, and I play. If they want to hear me, I'm here. Of course, I have to go and ask and this and that. Of course, you have to make appointments and see, hey, can I play here? Can I play there? But after a while, like I said, it takes a couple of years, and then you're acknowledged, and then they also come to you. And now, thank God, I'm at this point, at least in Germany or in Hamburg, that they call me and say, hey, are you
Yeah.
available this and this date? Versus when you start in another place where you've never been, you have to start all over again, if they don't know you, of course. Here, also, because I come for 10 years, I say I'm coming, and then, okay, yeah, you can play or not play. And being an international here, you have a little bit of
An age.
yeah, so at least a couple of years ago, like you say, it has changed, especially the last 2 seasons. But
Yeah.
before, I was one of the only internationals that came down here and stayed so long. So yeah, it was fantastic. I played everywhere. I played the house parties. I played the best slots and everything. And I think the last 2 years, DJing has become very popular because the DJs are superstars nowadays. They're rock stars. If you see the big ones, they're rock stars, and everybody thinks, oh, it's so easy to become a rock star, but it's not. So everybody becomes a DJ and tries his luck. But I think you have to be really, really passionate and also stay many years, and then you'll see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because all the big ones come from a long, long, long time. They started
Yeah, it's their
20 years
absolute
ago.
career, their passion, their
Sometimes
everything.
they're there for 10, 15, 20 years and you haven't heard or haven't seen them, and then all by a sudden they put out the right song and boom, they become famous, and then it builds up on that. But it takes time, you know, and the more knowledge you have, the better it is, I think, you know, especially in reading the audience, you know, you need to understand, who am I playing for? I always know, I always prepare myself. The set is always prepared for the people that I know. I know before who I have in front of me. So I make a build-up. My set is prepared. I know where I come in. I know where I go out. You know, I take my time for that.
You know, when you say, so the thing with music for me is, and I'm nowhere near on you, I'm not even close. In fact, I should even just shut up right now because it's ridiculous to even compare. But in terms of, I think we've all got a connection to music, right? And I will hear a tune that I will go, wow, that's a banger. And then I want to listen to it and listen to it and listen to it. Now you're saying that if you do a great set, you won't do that set again. And I'm like, if I like a song and I come and see you and you do this amazing set.
Oh, yeah, okay, the song you can play. But
I want you to play it again. I'm like.
Yeah, the song you can Shazam or download or whatever, find somewhere, that's for sure. But look,
not the way you do it. And that's like,
that's the thing.
I want to hear that again.
A set is always coming alive through a DJ, I think, you know. Yeah. And if you only play the song and then play it's not going to be the same, because you can use a lot of effects in it, and you can, you know, play a lot and make it more dramatic or not. And that's the beauty of playing live, you know. That's, of course.
Yeah.
You can record it. Some people record it at the set, and some do, some don't. I usually don't. But sometimes it's taken and then you can upload it on SoundCloud or something like that, you know. But yeah, not always, sorry. But usually I don't want.
I guess you're working on supply and demand here, and I respect that totally.
No, but it's also, you know, if that's like your music for the season, let's say, you know, because you have some songs for the season that you say that I want to play, you don't want them on SoundCloud. Yeah. Because it's your new, maybe then the next season, then you can put it on because you're done with it. But I think you don't do it. Look, a lot of big DJs, they play songs that are not even out yet, that are not released. You will share them, you're like, fuck, no, I don't find it. You know?
No, I've done that so many times. YouTube, I'll find it, but
they're
not
not released. Yeah, okay, YouTube sometimes when they're really edited songs or something, but they're never released or they're not out yet. So you don't find them.
Yeah.
And they get all those songs from, you know, the DJ friends and blah, blah, blah. So, and that's cool. Huh? So, yeah.
Do you, I'm going to sort of just pick on what Pete was saying about sort of the breakout, if you like, of female DJs. I mean, I want to know from your perspective, like, do you think right now in 2026 that female DJs have an edge? And if they do, why?
Have an edge? Yeah. What do you mean with that, have an edge?
Just an edge in terms of the type of music that you play, the way that audiences resonate with what you're playing, the type of gigs that you're getting that, you know, before you never used to get that. Is there a moment now where, or maybe not now, has it been building?
I think this was always, for me personally, I found was a big benefit of being a woman, because I got maybe some jobs that men didn't get because they were men. I don't know. I'm very underestimated also. But once I start to play, at the end of the night, they're like, "Who are you?"
Sweet.
Where can I find your music? Yeah, because I don't look like a typical DJ. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, how do they look anyways? Nowadays, everybody looks like whatever. And they don't think that I can play melodic house and techno. Maybe they would think I play more commercial stuff or whatever, you know. Maybe that's, I don't know because I don't see myself from outside, so I really don't know. But I'm always underestimated, I think, in that case. But I like it actually, because
the
surprise is always better at the end of the night, you know.
So true.
But yeah, And always people come to me after the gig, oh, I love it, especially girls. Huh? And that's nice because it's not a lot of music for women out there. It's hard, but it's...
You don't feel it.
Yeah.
You need to feel it.
And a lot of people come to me, it's usually, I don't like this kind of style, like melodic house, but your music I liked. So I must found a niche or something that they love it. I don't know, so which is good. I mean, I'm very happy for that, that they come to me and also tell me that. So I know, okay.
Yeah, it's a huge,
I go the right direction.
It's huge validation. Not that you're looking for that, but it's a huge sort of badge of honor, if you like.
Yeah, so okay. Because sometimes at some spots, I played just a week ago, I played in a restaurant called Caprice, and I really didn't know what to play.
Down in Camps Bay?
Yeah.
Was it on a Sunday?
It was a Saturday.
So, yeah, it's a bit mad on the weekend, isn't it?
It was also early hours, like 4 to 7, and I struggled with my playlist for a week. I'm like, fuck, I really don't know. Because it was like disco house, and I'm like, what the fuck is disco house?
Did they choose? Did they tell you we want disco house?
No, that was like what I heard, from the one that booked me. It's like, what vibe? Yeah, so that they recognize. Okay, what they recognize, I understand. So I think I managed quite okay. And at the end, everybody came, oh, well, why don't you stay? Why don't you play on? And blah, 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 blah. And they loved it. So but it took a while for me to, but I take the challenge. I like it, I put house music, like old classic, like you say, old classic from the 80s. People come, oh, I love this song. And I didn't even know the song.
Really? Give me an example. Give me an example.
No,
was it like Take On Me by Our House? I mean, what was it?
No, it was amazing songs that Matteo, my better half, he found on TikTok or something. He's like, play this. I'm like, yeah, it sounds great, actually. And then the guys, the little bit older guys, they came and, oh, I love this song. Like, okay, yay. I made something right. Then I played some Afro House, of course. There's a big black community, of course. They're playing, they love that when they hear this. And with a little bit of known songs inside, there's so many remixes, all in Afro House remixes.
A bit like Bob Marley and things like that? Or?
No, Bob Marley, no, that's reggae.
Sorry, yeah. Can we edit that out, please? Because that was terrible. I knew I'd step out of my depth sometime soon. It took me 45 minutes. Sorry, Pete.
Who would you say is your best and biggest supporter?
Matteo.
No.
Oh.
Of course. Of course.
That guy.
Second best, biggest supporter.
This is a future partner in crime. And I've never met such a dedicated man to his girl. I mean, he's at every single gig that I've seen you from start to finish.
And he makes also good vibes.
Yeah. No,
if no one dances at the beginning, he dances, everybody dances. If I go to the bathroom, he is behind the desk and, and everybody goes crazy. And it is another thing.
Great supporter.
Which is a great support because, you stand in front of a lot of people during that night, you get this vibe, and you're like in your moment and full of adrenaline and
well, the spotlight's on you.
Yeah.
The spotlight is on you.
3,000, 5,000 people. Everyone's looking at you.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't...
Pete would love that, by the way. Don't ever let him become a DJ. If he asks, teach him how to become a DJ.
No,
do
not
let him become a
not,
DJ. Because he's going to ask you,
I know. The last question. Exactly. But what I want to say...
the last question. He's going to be like...
Can you teach me?
Could you teach me?
It's all a matter of...
We all know you were thinking it, Pete. We all know you were thinking it.
I think I'm looking for the big stage.
Sorry, just a quick one. What I love about what you just said about Matteo is like there's this saying, isn't there, that behind every successful guy, there's an incredible woman. And I love that we're speaking to a very successful woman with an incredible guy.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice juxtaposition.
It's key.
So I wanted to finish that, but what is great because when you stop the set, when you're finished and you go out and everyone is gone, because it's finished, the night is finished, and you're all of a sudden you're alone. And I was never alone, which is nice.
Oh.
This is a big part because sometimes you go alone, you go back to the hotel or you go back home and boom, it's crazy. That's the rockstar moment, that you can get depressive, because you're in front and everybody loves you, and then you go off the stage and finito, So, but then you have someone. That's very nice, actually.
Actually, it's a very good point that
Yeah.
you've touched on there
Yeah.
now, because I mean DJs are becoming, as you said, such big rock stars. I mean, they're becoming legends. I mean, it's one man band. You know, it's you're going up on stage and you got 10,000, 30,000, whatever it is, absolutely chanting and mesmerized by you.
Crazy,
And that's normally
crazy.
a huge adrenaline rush in your own right. And how do you deal with that?
Like I said,
Yeah, your man is
I have
there.
Matteo.
Matteo.
But in general, because I think, you know, it's normally, if I look at a lot of the rock stars in general, DJs as well, I
think
see,
you
you know, a
have-
lot of drugs getting involved. Because you're so used to that adulation and being worshipped, and you sort of want that more and more and more, and then they, you know, maybe pump more and more drugs, etc. It's just so, you know, not, it's so common nowadays, and but it's also a sort of reason for a quick end as well. Normally, I mean, if you don't die soon, your career gets all muddled up. You start losing focus.
Exactly.
Avicii, like the Swedish DJ.
Avicii.
Avicii, sorry.
Avicii.
Yeah,
Avicii.
Avicii. Like,
yeah.
Tell me.
like
No, Avicii was.
exactly what you just
I
described.
don't know what happened, if he killed himself or what.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly, but he started young and had a great management, but also it was too much, and he was suffering. Yeah, for sure. And he took a lot of stuff, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, but
But he pushed himself.
saw
right?
the
That's right.
movie.
He pushed himself. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw the movie as well. I'm only that's
It's
I
actually
can
a movie
only-
out.
my only experience. So yeah,
Yeah.
and it was so sad. It's a little bit like Amy Morehouse, you know. It's like
oh my
the-
God, yeah,
Oh,
same.
man.
Yeah.
And it is a classic
Yeah,
example.
yeah. I
people
saw
who are just
that
in their environment and they're
Bob
They don't-
Geldof's
But
daughter as
look,
well.
that
yeah.
tells you how vulnerable and sensitive those people are, because, like I said, they're artists, and you're only an artist when you have to have a certain kind of sensitivity, and that's what I'm saying.
gotta
I
be
don't know.
careful
I don't
what
know
you
how
wish for.
people deal with it. I don't think that the big people out there, that I don't think they take drugs or something, because you can't. I don't take anything. I don't even drink. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's no. I
it's
I have
0-0.
very
It's
one-
not. It's non-alcoholic.
exactly.
Oh, is that a
honestly.
non-alcoholic one?
No, it's absolutely not.
No, but really I can't, because I don't
Yeah,
want to
you're
lose
very
the
focused.
focus.
That's one of the
I'm
things
very
that-
focused, and I don't need, because music is my drug. Music is my adrenaline. If I play, I'm in a different world. And don't talk to me. A lot of people always, they don't understand. They want to come and have a chat and hi and what's up, and want to tell me their life stories. I'm like,
But
I
you've
can't-
lived
I
life as
can't.
well. You've lived life. You've got
Yeah.
you've got wisdom. I mean,
got
you're,
wisdom,
you're
and
not coming
I-
at this at 18 years old,
Exactly.
which I think is probably
It's-
a
that's
huge
it, and
benefit.
also I have the knowledge of the music. I grew up with the 80s music, so that gives you a big benefit. You understand, you know the songs, you know, which is nice. I still wonder how all the teenagers, they sing along the songs that our parents grew up with. I'm like, how do they fucking can sing ABBA, and they don't grow up with that? But they
Right.
know the whole text, and they sing, and that I don't even know. It's crazy.
What's your favorite ABBA song?
I
I
wouldn't
was
even know.
singing.
I can give you like mine in a heartbeat. Come on,
Tell me.
give me.
It's not gimme. No,
gimme,
no.
gimme,
Don't
After
tell me
Midnight.
it's gimme.
I
Because
just
it's like
did. I just did.
okay.
Make a
Gimme,
decision. Like I'll make a
This
decision. It may not be the right one.
You know,
but like,
the remix I had to play. And
Voulez-vous,
Voulez-vous.
Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen is mine.
You know?
Dancing Queen.
It's all before my
Na,
time.
Na, 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 na,
I didn't,
na, na.
I didn't
was-
realize we were going to
I
get Mika
remember-
singing tonight.
No, I can't. You don't want to hear me sing. But
Yeah, I did.
I had the records, of course, of ABBA, and I was in my room as a child and singing loud out to ABBA. I loved it. I loved them. ABBA was, for me, one of the best.
Aren't they just the perfect example of
Except Elvis, sorry. I mean,
timeless?
It's a different story.
yeah.
It was a little bit earlier.
Well, you don't hear
Yeah, but at the
you
end
don't
of the
hear
day,
Elvis
yeah.
in too many
No.
mashups, do you?
No.
If I'm honest.
No.
So at the end of the day,
Quality
I mean,
is not good enough.
what really makes a good DJ? Male or female?
Okay, I can tell you. A good DJ plays music that people want to hear. A great DJ plays music that people don't know that they wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's a saying. That's a great saying.
Drops the mic.
Drops.
Poof.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Mic
I
drop
think-
moment.
I think that's a pretty
That's
awesome
a great statement.
Yeah.
finale.
And and hard work. A lot of hard
And
work.
hard work, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's absolutely got to be a
you have to
profession.
be
and,
disciplined. You have to be, on time. I mean, there's lots of things.
and I mean, unfortunately, it's a very low-paying
Play-
job in general.
Low paying.
Low paying. If I see what they pay DJs here around Cape Town, and
I'm
they-
looking at Mika's face, and I'm not sure she agrees.
no, but Mika, when she comes to
Black
town,
Coffee just bought the most expensive house in Cape Town.
Who did?
Black Coffee.
yeah, but there's not a million of them or 100.
No, I got
them.
it. Yeah, it's a
So,
few. It's a few.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest get paid
Of course.
shit.
Yeah, but usually that's why usually everyone they have a job at the side or something, but
Yeah.
which makes it difficult.
Yeah,
I realize that because of course, can I live from it? Yeah, but could be better. But if you try to also have a second job at the side, it's very tough because in the end it takes so much time if you want to be really good because you
Yeah.
listen to music all day, prepare your sets, download, do your own. Since I don't have an agency, I do my marketing. I have to do Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, SoundCloud, make recordings and this and that. And I hardly don't have time for to do all this. Because
What is your Instagram?
Sorry?
What is your Instagram?
Mika Henning Official.
Mika Henning official.
Don't ask me to spell it.
Or one word. One word.
It's one word, yeah. Well, I think if you put Mika Henning,
How do you
it's
spell Mikey? That's also pretty-
HANDSOME. Handsome. Not even flummoxed Mika, sorry. Edit that out.
Yeah.
we're
Edit
like,
that
we
out.
both are like,
Edit
oh.
that out. You're like, that's terrible. It's
Yeah,
terrible. chat.
yeah.
So can I just say before you wrap up, Mika is the first of this
Series.
this mini series
Yeah.
of female DJs, which I think is a brilliant idea. I would just like to say before Pete wraps up that I think you're phenomenal. I would hope in the future to be invited to a gig or a set that you play.
Anytime.
I think what you've done is inspirational. As you've alluded to in the podcast, I think there are a lot of obstacles that you've had to overcome and probably still have to overcome in the future.
Always,
But I think
yeah.
what I took away from it is passion is a huge driver in getting through obstacles, right? So you've been awesome. Really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Mika, it's been absolutely wonderful to meet up with you again. And I've been wanting to do this little program for a long time now, so I may very well have you back again. But thanks so much for coming, making the effort to come out. And of course, I want to go to your next gig. I know you always invite
We.
me. You send me. We. Sorry, mate.
That's right.
Yeah. This is something to experience.
Stop threatening
I
me
still-
with a good time. Let's make it happen.
I still think he's the best DJ in the world. I mean,
Wow.
best DJ that I've
Wow.
ever.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. It was a pleasure.
So it's Mika Henning, and to anybody who wants to see you, follow you, Instagram, is it?
It's Instagram,
Mika Henning Official. Where else? SoundCloud,
SoundCloud,
Mika Henning Official.
No, Mika Henning.
Mika
Find
Henning.
me under my name everywhere.
You can find, on your name.
Spotify.
Like you can find my name as well. Peter van der Spey Podcast.
You won't
Yeah.
find
You guys
you won't
like-
find me with any digital footprint.
The
Oh, oops.
stealth. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is it's been a wonderful introduction to this, and I bid you farewell. We're gonna go and have a little drink now, I'm sure, and have a little bite to eat or whatever that might be. And but guys, if you like this, subscribe, like, share, get this thing going.
Do it.
Just do it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you,
the
Mika.
best. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.